What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Playbook Podcast. I know it's late tonight. Yesterday, I hope you had a great Memorial Day. Good Memorial Weekend. I know I did. Played some golf yesterday. First and foremost, about Memorial, thank everybody that served our country. I'm proud to be an American citizen. I'm proud to be part of the United States of America. This is the greatest country on the earth. I love this country. Memorial Day is not about burgers. It's not about being off from school or being off from work. It's not about anything but for those people that put their die for our country. My favorite speech of all time, one of them is Ronald Reagan's inaugural speech, 1981. Talked about memorials and how the veteran soldiers and whatnot, and what made our country so special. But I hope you all had a great Memorial Weekend. Those who serve our country, I thank you for that. Those who are serving right now, I'm praying for y'all, and thank you for being an American hero to all of us. With that being said, hope you all had a great weekend though, and hope you all enjoyed NBA playoffs. We actually got a lot to talk about today. Um, so the New York Knicks made the NBA Finals since 1999. The time they played against the San Antonio Spurs, they were the eighth seed. Now they're the second seed in the Eastern Conference. So they beat the Cavs, a sweep, 4-0. I'm gonna be real with you. I had Knicks winning this game in this series in 5. Um, because I gave respect to the Cavs. Same time though, I know Donovan Mitchell was mad because I know Donovan Mitchell thought he was gonna go to New York and it didn't happen. If y'all remember back in 2022, um, that season when Donovan Mitchell was rumors about him going to New York and whatnot. Instead, he got traded to the Cavs by the Utah Jazz. I mean, the Knicks beat the Cavs 4-0. I mean, it was a sweep. I watched every game. It was an awesome series. Madison Square Garden was bumping. It was bumping, bro. Madison Square Garden was bumping. What's up, Travis Kai? It was bumping like no other scenario. Imagine the NBA Finals, guys. It's gonna be bumping like the Madison Square Garden, bro. It's gonna be crazy in that arena, guys. I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see the Knicks. I can't wait to see the Knicks, bro, in the finals since 1999. I wasn't even born yet. I wasn't born. I wasn't born. I mean, man, 1999. Wow. What a long time that's been. At the time, yeah, Bill Clinton, who was in office. Yeah, also had Bush, who was running for president. But man, this is insane. So the Knicks win. So the question is, if the New York Knicks win the championship, the last one championship was in 1973. That was 50 years ago. The question is this the best Knicks team of all time? Okay. I watch a lot of sports shows. I watch Stephen A. I watch Colin Cowherd. The biggest question is this: in 1973, you got Walt Frazier, and by the way, in '73 they beat the Lakers. With Jerry West and Wilt Chamberlain. By the way, they beat the Lakers, and that's when Jerry West won the Finals MVP. Um, yes, this team will be much better than that team, and here's why: because the New York Knicks today, Jalen Brunson's your number one option. He's 6'1", guys. The guy's 6'1". This dude's averaging. I'm gonna see what his playoff averages so far is. Jalen Brunson's 2026 playoff stats. Jalen Brunson has averaged 26 points per game, 3-point rebounds, and 6 assists. Top of that, he was the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. The guy's 6'1". He's 6'1". This is like Allen. This is probably better than Allen Iverson's run in 2001. This is better by that. I mean, if Jalen Brunson wins the finals, bro, we're gonna have some long talks about who's in the top, who's Who's on what list, bro? I mean, because Brunson he says he's not going anywhere. He ain't a scrub. I mean, you know, man. I mean, this team is crazy, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, Carl Anthony Towns is amazing. He's a 7-footer who can guard in the post. He actually knows how to play power forward center now because he can play in the post. Before he shot threes all the time. He also had Mikal Bridges. Yeah, OG Nobly, who's the best defender on that team. I mean, this team's not going anywhere, guys. This team can match up either with the Spurs or OKC. It'll be tough, but I think they can match up with both of them. Here's why I think this team will be better if they win the finals than any next team in NBA history. 73, I get it. Walt Frazier, Earl Monroe, Earl the Pearl Monroe. I get that team. They beat the logo, Jerry West. They beat Will Chamberlain and whatnot. I mean, at the time they had Phil Jackson too. Here's the deal, okay? This day and age in basketball is better than that age. It is. If they beat the Spurs, who's Wembanyama and 7-6, who's playing really good this playoff series, except for tonight. We'll get to them in a minute. If this team beats the 7'6" Spurs with a 7'6" player, who can beat that? If they can beat the OKC Thunder with SGA, with Chet Holmgren, Hornerstein, Lou Dort. By the way, that team had a 64 win record in the regular season. If they beat that team, who we got, they're just better. That's the best Knicks team of all time. The Niners, you had a chance with Patrick Ewing, but you had to go against Michael Jordan. When he retired after '93, you still had a chance to be a Olajuwon, and you didn't do that, bro. So if the New York Knicks won the NBA Finals this year, this will be the greatest Knicks team of all time. I don't care what Knicks team you put out there in the '90s. They ain't beating this team. I promise you this. This team's on an 11-game winning streak. By the way, there's only 6 teams that have been on an 11-game winning streak and won the NBA championship. That's the 16-17 Warriors, the Bulls in '98, the 2001 Lakers, the 15 Cavs, 16 Cavs, and then on top of that, he also had the Celtics in the 2008. That's also the only teams that had an 11-game run winning streak and won the NBA championship. Oh, plus 99 Spurs too. There's no team better than this team, and that's just how I see it, guys. So I think this team is spectacular. Let's give us the next question is this. If Brunson wins, will he be the greatest Knick of all time? Over Ewing, over Walt Frazier, Carmelo Anthony? Yes, he'll be better than all of them as a Knick player. You think about it, at the time, the Mavs made a run with him with Luka. By the way, whoever got rid of him and the Mavs, look where he's at now, bro. But no one saw this guy as a superstar, as a Maverick. It was only Luka. Okay. Jalen Brunson, by all estimations, will be the greatest Knick of all time. He'll bring a championship after 50 years. And so the last time they won a championship, guys, was 1973. 1973 was the last time the New York Knicks went to the NBA Finals and won a championship. Particularly a championship as a whole. Jalen Brunson 6'1". So this is where Michael Jordan comes into play because regular regulatory. If you're in Magic 2, he proved you can win without being the number one. He proved that you can win his championship without a 7 foot center as your number one option. And Brunson's number one option on this Knicks team. I mean, think about it, guys. Brunson came in to the New York Knicks. Everyone doubted him. I mean, you had Julius. I mean, you all lost against the Heat. You lost against the Celtics. You lost against um the Pacers. Now you're gonna lose it. Now you're gonna win it all, man. Going to the finals now. So he'll be the greatest pick of all time. Ewing was great. Okay, he was great. Like I said, he had to go against Jordan. Carmelo Anthony had a chance in 2012, 2013. You know what happened? LeBron James came into play. LeBron James came. He had a chance to beat LeBron. Didn't happen. So, without estimation, Jalen Brunson's a superstar. He's one of my favorite players to watch. You know, I think, in my opinion, they're winning it all. I have the Knicks winning the championship this year. By the way, if you go back and watch, if you go watch last year in 2025, I actually had the Knicks going to the finals. Nick had the Magic going in the finals. By the way, just saying, look it up, bro. You'll find a clip. I said, start the NBA season 2025-2026. It'll be LA versus Knicks. Now, Lakers lost. But hey, I got one prediction right. The Eastern Conference coming out. So, there you go. So, moving on to the Cavs side of the ball. The Cavaliers got swept, guys. I mean, James Harden's a no-show, bro. Donovan Mitchell tried. He was the best. He tried and tried and tried. But then James Harden just said some crap on the press conference the other day. And I'm like, bro, I can't. Here's the deal. Here's why they lost this series, guys. So the question is, what was the reason why the Cavs lost this series? And here's why they lost this series. Number one, James Harden. Number two, there's no leadership within the locker room, guys. Not one leadership is there in the locker room. That's where it's at. Kenny Atkinson proven he's a good coach, but he ain't great. Well, they were gassing. They played 7 games. They played 7-game series, a tough one against the Pistons. That doesn't matter. Okay, after y'all blew the 18-point lead in the first game of the series. After y'all blew that lead in the 18 points, by the way, you know what happened? Here's what happened. The Cavs, they just suck. They lost their motivation, their confidence. Every game was neck and neck until the third quarter came. It was a blowout. I mean, here's the deal. The Cavs need an actual leader in the locker room, guys. And Donovan Mitchell was great, but he tried. It's James Harden, guys. James Harden sucks. He just sucks. Let me to my next question, okay? Is James Harden hurting his Hall of Fame credibility? He is hurting his Hall of Fame credibility, guys. He's on the verge of being not a Hall of Famer because of how bad he really is in the postseason. Well, guys, Trey, he averaged 40 points per game in 2018. He has a step back three that's amazing. He's one of the greatest scorers of all time. Okay, here's his postseason. Here's his postseason stuff right now. James Harden postseason stats. In the postseason, he averages 22 points per game, 6 rebounds, 66, and 5 rebounds. And he shoots 42% from the field. 42%, guys. His best series as a player is in 2017 against the Golden State Warriors. Let's look at his record. His record is 98-89. James Harden can't show up in big moments, guys. He can't. I don't want to hear. Well, he has one. Well, he has one MVP. He's this and that. He's better than Kobe Bryant. He's better than D Wade. Okay, D Wade. For those out there that have this guy's the third greatest shooter of all time, here's James. This is D Wade stats, by the way. Dwayne Wade stats in the postseason. This is D Wade stats. 24 points per average, 25 points per game, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1.5 steals. And 2006. No, here's the deal about D Wade for a second. D Wade. Okay. In 2005, the Pistons just whooped their butt. D Wade was not a no-show. He was a no-show that series. You know what happened? In 06 against the Mavs, okay? They were down by two. It was 0-2 by 2 games. You know what happened? D Wade went crazy. In that 2006 NBA Finals run, this is his stats. Dwayne Wade averaged 34 points per game, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2.7 steals, and 1-0 block a game against the Dallas Mavericks, by the way. And Shaq wasn't Shaq. He wasn't that Shaq in LA. And game 6 and in game 3, he had 42 points and 13 rebounds as a 6'4" guy, by the way. And game 6, he had 36 points, guys. Dwayne Wade was that guy in his prime. He's the better defender. He can prove it in clutch moments, guys. Harden's not a clutch player. He's can't do well in a clutch. He can't. If I'm the Cavs, think really hard. Here's the deal. We're so used to seeing old people age and play good basketball like LeBron, Curry, and Kevin Durant. He's a scrub. He cannot play basketball. Here's the deal. In the biggest moments, he can't show up when it matters most. We want to kill LeBron James at 38 against the Denver Nuggets, by the way. But we can't kill James Harden now? That's what we're doing? James Harden is a no-show when it matters most. That's what he is. In the Eastern Conference Finals, he was a no-show. If you have this guy as the third greatest shooting guard of all time, you don't know basketball. You just don't. You just don't. I mean, you just don't know basketball at all. I mean, I just can't believe this guy who is a great player. Sure, step back three is great, but come on, guys. Let's be real. With that being said, we're going to move on to more basketball news. So, So LeBron, the question is now, so LeBron goes to the Cavs next season. I think you probably will. And here's the deal: if you go to the Cavs, bro, cut James Harden, cut the guy, get Donovan Mitchell and LeBron together on the team, and he can make things happen for you, bro. Steve Mitch reminds me a lot of Dwayne Wade, of D Wade a little bit. A better shooter for sure, but yeah. But if I'm the Cavs, get LeBron, cut Harden. Harden sucks. Wave the guy. He's no longer. No one really fears the guy no more. Remember that guy, Fear the Beard, Fear the Beard guy, Fear the Beard. He's just a guy in the beard now. That's all he is. If I'm the Cavs, cut Harden, pursue LeBron. Anyways, more NBA now to the Western Conference Series. At game 6, at game 5, what game was it? Game 5 just happened. OKC wins the series 3-2. So here's the question. This is what let's see what's the stats. I don't care about that stuff. All right. So, by the way, this series is really amazing to watch. I mean, Wembanyama's play really good. SGA's play really good. But tonight's game was not good for Wembanyama. Wembanyama, this is his stats, by the way. Wembanyama's stats tonight is this. Gotta find it. Tonight, Wemby had 20 points. He's 4 from 15 from the field. And by the way, Chet Holmgren put him on the poster too. So, question is it over for the Spurs? Yeah, it's over, guys. I think the series is over. As you know, here's the deal. If that was LeBron James at 22 playing like that, we will kill him. We killed him earlier after this series against the Thunder, by the way. We killed the guy. So here's the deal. Wemby has to play better. He has to play better, guys. Wembanyama was not aggressive tonight. He was getting pushed around. I mean, Chet Holmgren literally posterized the guy. I postered him. So, Wemby is just getting goals off tips. That's great, but come on. His net rating on that game was -11. -11. Stephon and Castro had a better game than Wembanyama, by the way. So this really shows that. And here's the deal. Let me say something right now, real quick, about Wembanyama and LeBron 22. Put Wemby on that Cavs team in 2007. He ain't doing jack with that team. LeBron James at 22 had 48 against the Pistons, by the way, and he went to the finals against the Spurs. So that comparison is bogus, okay? Wemby has a better team, better supported cast than LeBron did at 22, by the way. He just did. A better supporting cast, better role player, a better coach, a better system as a whole than LeBron did at 22 years old in the Cavalier uniform. At 22, by the way. He did. He just did. LeBron's better, more athletic than Wembanyama has been in his prime. Prime LeBron is killing Wembanyama in the post. He's going to posterize this guy, make him feel it. Trust me. LeBron went at 4-2, a 4-1 basically, down the lane at 6'9", 260. That's absurd. So let's calm down the comparisons with LeBron. Let's calm down with it. He had a worst net rating of all time. He had a -11. A -11, guys. Well, he's 22. He's still young. I don't care. He's playing great. But he has to play better than what he's playing tonight. Tonight, I say, you know what? Spurs can actually win the series. Didn't happen though. Sunday night, he blew the bricks off the OKC. Half court shot and all that stuff. At 20, I mean, this guy was playing great, but yet he tonight he played terrible. Wembyama has to play better. It's getting into his head that, oh my gosh, this team's physical. Wembyama, you're 7'6", bro. Figure it out. So there you go. Wembyama has to play better, guys. Wemby has to play better. He's not playing good at all. He's not. He's playing like he was not good tonight. 4th and 15. Gotta play better. We gotta play better, Wemby. Your role players are bailing you out. So moving on to more. Now we're gonna move on to some NFL news. So Aaron Rodgers announced he's retiring after the season. Thoughts on him? So Aaron Rodgers to me is a top 5 QB of all time. He's a bad man for a reason, guys. And his prime, he was the greatest. He was the greatest QB talent of all time before Mahomes came along. 4-time MVP. You know, I will admit it's between him and Elway. I'll give you that. I think it's between him and Elway for sure. And but Aaron Rodgers was great in his prime. I kind of knew this was going to happen at one point. He ain't the same guys after his Achilles injury. Hasn't been the same at all. But he had a great career. At first ballot Hall of Fame for a reason. A great guy. We'll see what he does after he retires. So, Aaron, it's crazy because 10 years ago, I was 12 years old or 13 years old when 11 years ago actually when that touchdown catch happened against that series against that playoff game against the Cowboys. And then 10 years ago in the divisional round, I think Aaron Rodgers threw an amazing pass downfield and wow. But he owned the Cowboys. He owned the Cowboys big time. He owned the Bears too. Aaron Rodgers has the most touchdowns and the Bears Stadium over any quarterback ever. So he's that guy. A-Rod's absurd. And we might see him play. Hopefully see him back in the NFL booth one day with like kind of like Brady's doing, or even just enjoying life. We'll see if it actually works out. I think it's kind of bogus. I think it's full of it, but we'll have to see. But he had his chance of, his best chance to win the Super Bowl was 2023 when he tore his Achilles that year. Who knows what would have happened? Who knows? Because he was in shape. He was in the best shape in his career. But that didn't happen. So, with that being said, congrats, A-Rod. You're one of the best to ever do it. And I'm gonna take every moment to enjoy this season because we might not see him ever again. So, more PGA Tour. Now moving on to the PGA Tour. Wyndham Clark wins the Byron Nelson, but the story of this past week was Brooks Koepka. So can Brooks win the U.S. Open and Shinnecock? I think he can win the U.S. Open, guys. I think Brooks can. Brooks is a really good player. He actually won that tournament 10 years ago, actually, in 2015. So he can do it again, guys. Brooks is coming. He's fell off the game. The first round, he saw 63. I mean, it was also there too. Jordan Smith was playing good too, guys. So was JT. So I think those three are up in the air to win the U.S. Open. It's Brooks, Koepka, JT, Jordan, and did Rory play last week? Let me see if Rory played. Did Rory play last week? Did Rory play at the Byron Nelson? No, he didn't have to play because he took a break. He's also probably getting ready for the U.S. Open too. So yeah, he's playing this week too, the Memorial Weekend. So at Jack Nicklaus's course. So ready to see that. With that being said, guys, um, I played yesterday and I was playing good yesterday. Shout out to Meredith Jameson for picking out my swing for a golf lesson. So with that being said, that will wrap us up for the Playboy Podcast. We will see y'all next week. Make sure you subscribe, like this comment, giveaway next week. Um, Follow us on Apple Podcasts, on Instagram, wherever you have social media ads. And we will see y'all next week. Peace out.